is a pervert and should not be in teaching, to use their position in education to put forward radical, baseless, perverse gender queer theory on a 5, 6, or 7, or 8-year-old. That is a, I mean, I used the right descriptions, right, when I said that. Not only does it have no place in education, the implications of that are quite obvious. And evidence after evidence after evidence is surfacing of parents telling kids not to, teachers telling kids not to tell their parents.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good, guys. So we're going to be reacting to Charlie Kirk destroys leftist groomer teachers. Guys, let's go right down to this.
As a parent yourself, what would you say to maybe a teacher who's pushing this agenda onto students, maybe even your daughter one day?
Yeah, that person is a groomer who is a pervert and should not be in teaching, to use their position in education to put forward radical, baseless, perverse gender queer theory on a 5, 6, or 7, or 8-year-old.
Thank you.
That is a, I mean, I used the right descriptions, right, when I said that. Not only does it have no place in education, the implications of that are quite obvious. And evidence after evidence after evidence is surfacing of parents telling kids not to, teachers telling kids not to tell their parents, right? Teachers coming in and saying, you know, do not repeat this. And if we're at a place in society where we can't remove pornographic images from kids' textbooks, then we got a serious problem. And that's where we're at. I mean, if you're 7, 8, or 9 years old and you have this graphic teaching, it really it shows a broader sickness. Why, though? Why? Well, it's because the innocence of children is worthy of being protected and preserved. It's a moral good. The innocence of children is very important because they never get it back. And that period of childhood development where they're, quote unquote, as innocent as they can be, is important for them to find out their values, to grow close to their parents, find out what's right and wrong. You know what ends up happening when the innocence of children is robbed? They're less likely to take risks and fail and learn who they are. Every study shows this. When a child's innocence is, quote unquote, robbed, you could use whatever graphic example you could imagine, then all of a sudden are they going to be as likely to, you know, there's an old Hebrew proverb, which is, someone who's afraid of being embarrassed will never learn. It's a great Hebrew proverb, isn't it? Which is, they're going to be less likely to ask, quote unquote, the dumb question, maybe more likely to be in their shell. I think there's something really fun and exciting with a 5, 6, or 7-year-old that asks the wackiest questions you could imagine because they're trying to explore truth. We want to destroy that. You never get that back. Once it's gone, there is no reversing it. And I think that's a very special thing. I think the beauty of what the West has been able to do is saying that those of us that are older and those of us that have some form of strength need to use that strength, strength more collectively, not physical strength, use that to protect children that can't protect themselves. And then once they become to an age of informed consent, we basically have that age around 18, then obviously they can, make more decisions themselves. But we're not even talking about 18, we're not even talking about 14, we're not talking about 12, we're talking about 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. We're talking about the most moldable, impressionable ages imaginable.
Okay, guys, so I want to say that truly you should allow kids to ask questions. I have a friend whose son loves asking questions, Akim. I think Akim should be like 7, 8-year-old by now. But like Akim loves asking questions. Like you find him asking the dumbest questions ever, and then sometimes you're like, really, Akim? I mean, there was a day I went to visit and he just kept asking different questions, and then it got to a point that his mom was so tired, so frustrated of him, and then she just had to tell him, Akim, I don't want to hear your voice again, don't ask me anything. And then he just sat there quiet. I looked at him and then I could see that we were watching something on the TV and he desperately wanted to ask what that word meant. Like, he said it under his voice and he desperately wanted to ask his mom, Mommy, what does that word mean? And I just looked and I'm like, Akim, ask your question. And then he asked me and I explained it to him. And then I actually just understood what Charlie said now, for real. Because you see, children, one thing about children, you should let them be children. If they do something wrong, then you correct them, but allow them to be free as kids and do what they want to do. Because Trust me, that is the only time you actually get to correct them. Like, it's just like, okay, a child picks up, how do I put this? Let's say a child picks up the TV remote and start removing the buttons or start destroying it. Now, I get to see what you're doing and I get to tell you, stop that, don't do that again. And then you're like, okay, then you know that it's a bad thing to do. You shouldn't destroy the TV remote. But I am so strict that when I am sitting here, you shouldn't be in the parlor with me. Or when I'm sitting here and I'm watching TV, you should be seated quietly. Do not move. Do not even breathe. Now, let's say I'm that strict. You won't have the mind to pick up that TV remote and destroy it in my presence. But when I'm not there, you will be capable of doing that. Not just that, you will be capable of doing any other thing I can think of. But me seeing you doing some things and I'm like, this thing is not good, don't do it again. You'll be sure that you won't do it again. And then you'll be sure that anything relating to that thing that you were doing, you shouldn't do it because it's not good. Or if you want to do it, you come and ask me. But you not being able to do some certain things, trust me, when I'm not there, you will do the worst things. That's the same thing I see, like parents who restrict their children from going outside or doing some certain things in the house or having friends. When they get to that level of freedom, the university level, when they come out to school, they are the people that want to try everything that you've restricted them from doing. You tell them don't go out, don't go anywhere. When they come out too, they want to do the extreme. They want to go to club. They want to do different things. They want to stay out late. So I just feel like you should allow children to be children. Allow them to do the things they want to do, so that when you see that they are doing something wrong, that's when you correct them. And also, I would say that teachers who force children to believe this whole gender stuff, like, stop being evil, stop being demonic. Why are you doing that? They are kids. You come to class and you see children. It's the same thing I said in my other video. You come to class and you are inflicting your own personal opinion on little children. It's very bad. It's very, very, very bad. I find it to be a really bad thing. Because, okay, let's say you believe that there are so many genders. You don't believe in the whole two-gender thing, having a male and a female. Your opinion is not in the student's academic curriculum. So it is none of their business. You shouldn't tell them that. I don't know if it's that people do not know when, or people do not know who to have these conversations with. Children, you shouldn't have this type of conversations with them. They are so small. The funny thing that you don't know is that children pick up little things, like little things. A child can hear me saying the F word, and tomorrow they will say that word. That is how little the things children pick up can be, and you don't even take notes. They pick up the littlest things. I may go pick up a cutting board and clean my ear, and then I'm like, it's so nice. That child will go in and pick up that cutting board. And you know, children are not like you get to a certain age before you can clean your ear yourself. But that child will want to do that thing. So children pick up little things. So you coming to inflict your own opinion on these children, it's not, see, me, when I become a parent, I'm going to have an issue with you telling my kids something that is not in the academic curriculum. And they come home to tell me that, Mommy, my teacher said this, is it true? We're going to have issue. We're going to have issue because the next day I'm going to come to the school and I'm going to go to the authority. Now, you shouldn't be a teacher if you don't know what to say to little children. You shouldn't. It's just like there was this time that something went viral. A teacher created a club and put little children in that club, and these children were asked not to tell their parents about the club. So a particular girl and her brother, they go home and they told their mom about the club that they had joined. And normally, like, when you take your children to a new school, they will show you the list of club and other, like, activities they have apart from just their academic calendar. They'll show you like after school they have this club meeting, so they have to pick a particular club and all that. And then the mother saw it that this club, I don't know, some parents need to start taking like little things that their children say into consideration. Trust me, it's very important. So their mother saw that this club is not part of the school, and like if the school creates a new club, they're supposed to inform the parents about it. That okay, we've created a new club, so it will be added to like the school's club list. So the mother of the children went to school the next day, and she went to the authority straight. She didn't even go to the teacher. So she told the headmistress that my children came home yesterday saying that their teacher created a new club and had joined the club. So she just wanted to confirm if the club is part of, if like the school had now created a new club, so to know what her children would need for that club, or what the activities in that club are going to be. She just came to make inquiry. And then the headmistress was like, nah, there's nothing like that. We've not created any new club. And that was when they called the teacher, and that was when they found out that the teacher had created a random club for only God knows what, and selected different children and placed them inside. Why would you do that without the school's authority? On whose authority did you have permission to do that? So like a lot of parents should stop being ignorant to the little things their children tell them actually after school, and just like works according to it. So when I heard it, I'm like, I'm happy the lady went to the school to confirm, because some parents that I know, oh mommy, they created a new club in my school and my teacher asked us to join. Okay, no problem. That's it. It ends there. You don't know what this club is about. Parents should pay attention to their kids. It's very important, because right now the way the world is going, it's crazy. Like it's something that we didn't expect, but we have to live with it, and we have to keep our children safe. But guys, tell me what you think about this. This has been a whole long talk, but tell me what you think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys.